Welcome to Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm Josh Coan.
I'm Carter Burquest.
Today we're talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is supposed to be the summer abyss where there's nothing to talk about and there's nothing going on, and it's been absolutely insane. Let's talk about the Timberwolves. Traded Ricky Rubio, signed Jeff Teague.
Yep.
What do we think about these Wolves moves, and are we kind of happy with the direction the Timberwolves are going?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to start winning,
Yeah.
so we have to be happy about that. I am a little bummed for the fact that in the last week or so, we've traded my two favorite players in Rubio and LaVine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer, but we are going to get better. Jeff Teague gives you one thing that Rubio didn't, and that's shooting. As much as I loved Rubio.
He only gives you that one thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I absolutely love Rubio, I personally would have preferred to hang on to Rubio. Jeff Teague does give you that more floor spacing, especially with Wiggins and Butler, who tend to kind of pound the ball a little bit, like to get into the paint and drive. Teague can hopefully open up more spacing for you, which I think is beneficial for sure. Now we have to kind of see where the rest of free agency goes. I don't want to get stuck in the middle of no man's land of, hey, we're not really good enough to really compete, and we're also kind of stuck in the middle. Let's compete or let's build for a few years from now.
Yeah.
I don't want to be stuck where we're going to be
a 6 or a 7
yeah,
seed
exactly.
or something. Yeah.
And then you're kind of stuck there, like the Clippers were for so many years. Let's win.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to do it, let's do it. I'd love to sign Millsap. We don't know what, at the time filming this, we don't know what's going on with Millsap. It's still kind of all up in the air. I think that'd be a big signing, really help on the defensive end, and provide another leader for us. A little bit old. JJ Redick's gone. Some shooting would have been nice, but I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with I am too emotionally invested in Ricky Rubio. Besides the fact that being a fan when he came here, he's so fun. He's a great guy. He put in the work every single night. His attitude's great. When I worked for the Wolves for a couple of years, he was one of those guys that you love to be around. He was a fan favorite, obviously, for so long. And I was a big Zach LaVine fan as well. Personally, on and off the court, I like Zach LaVine. So I didn't take this news very well. Either of those guys leaving was hard for me. Obviously, the Timberwolves are going into a win-now mode.
Yep.
They will absolutely be better next year, no question. Anything short of the playoffs would be a huge disappointment.
Major.
This is a team that absolutely had better be in the playoffs, barring injury or something like that. They'll be in the playoffs. I was okay with taking our time because, as I mentioned in the other video, I watched Garnett play here for 12 years, and I saw 7 straight one-and-dones where they don't advance in the playoffs, and 1 year where they fell short of even the finals. So even with all the time we had KG, we never even made it to the finals. And so I was happy with the slow go, the way that Flip was building. We have these young guys, this young core that all got along. They say they're best friends. One of the things that really kind of made me more okay with this was the conversation that Glenn Taylor might be realizing he doesn't have that much more time left with this team. That's maybe why he's more okay with these win-now moves, because he's not maybe as patient as some of us as fans might be. And I understand that people, it's been 13 years without the playoffs. I know. I'm excited to get back in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But long-term, our best player is 21 years old right now. Cat doesn't even turn 22 till the fall.
Yeah.
Like, we can build around him. And I would have been okay with a more slow, methodical approach than all in right now.
So what would you want us to do in free agency here?
Obviously, we don't know if Paul Millsap has signed yet. Maybe by the time this is up, we'll know. If we don't get Paul Millsap, it's going to be disappointing because then, we're still missing that, which I thought was our biggest need going into the free agency, was a power forward. And even if you get Paul Millsap, we still don't have any bench. JJ Redick didn't come here. We don't have shooting. Our shooting hasn't got better. Our biggest weaknesses were shooting, our power forward, and our bench. And we didn't, honestly, in all the moves that we made, we didn't even address those things.
We got a little better shooting with Teague. Essentially, you paid $3 million for shooting, meaning you paid Teague $3 more than what you had given for Rubio. So you upgraded your shooting with that $3 million. Now to use the rest of it, we definitely need a bench. I mean, Tibbs likes to play his guys, but we can't be playing guys 40 minutes a night.
No.
You need a bench. You need to fill it out with, hopefully if you sign a Millsap or somebody that really makes you contend, you can get guys to come here that want to compete and get them a little bit cheaper. I'd love to sign someone like a Ben McLemore, CJ Miles, Patrick Patterson, people like that. If we don't get Millsap, it just changed. I mean, so many different scenarios you could go with. We need shooting, we need depth. It's going to be exciting to see what we do here.
Again, I'm just a little cautious that we're all in too much on now when your best player is 21 years old. Are we, with all the moves that we made, obviously we're better. We should be a playoff team. But are we actual contenders? Can we beat Golden State? Can we even beat San Antonio, Houston, Oklahoma City now with Paul George?
Yeah.
Are we even going to truly be contenders to go all in? So I'm excited we better get back in the playoffs. But I really hope that it pays off.
I do, and I do think their plan moving forward, I think, is going to be Towns and Wiggins are their core, their pillars. And every few years, they're going to almost essentially hit the reset button and refuel with everybody else around them. Towns and Wiggins are going to be that guy, and we're going to fill it in. And then once all those guys get old, we're going to let go of them and fill it in with new guys. That's what I think they're kind of going for, and we'll see how it turns out. It's going to be a fun next couple weeks, and it's going to be a fun season.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out. The Wolves are worth talking about again. So let us know what you guys think. Do you like the moves? What still do we need to do in free agency this summer? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.